Pompeo, major studio screenplay in Wrestling vs. Moonlight Mile.
Hi guys! Get them to register early, get them to vote early. You have to spread the word. You're all here. You obviously all love Barack Obama. We're all here for the same cause. We understand his goals. We know he's the right choice. So now we need to convince everybody else. Every generation has had their sort of moment. I don't know what that means. You're a Republican, so that means anyone who's a Republican you are okay with, regardless of what they believe or the choices that they make. There's a problem right there. But he said to me, I'm pro-choice, and I always love it when a man tells me they're pro-choice. But everybody's entitled to their opinions, and that's okay. But here's what he said. He said, I'm pro-choice, and that's why I'm going to vote for John McCain, because I'm pro-choice. That's all. And I said, okay, well, go on. Let's hear some more. What else do you have to say about that? He had nothing else to say, other than he was a Republican and that he was pro-choice. So then that's my job to step in and ask him a question. And to provoke thought is really what we need to do. Because I think that they're just blindly going, okay, I'm a Republican, where do I push the button? They're not even thinking, they're not engaging, because most people won't do that because it takes work. You're young, you have energy, you have to do the work. $17 billion. I've been to the Walter Reed Memorial Hospital in Washington, D.C., and I visited troops. And John McCain and a lot of other people say, well, we have to have victory in Iraq. Barack Obama wants to pull out of Iraq, and we have to have victory there. We can't pull out. We have to pull out in a safe way, absolutely, and Barack will do that. The victory in Iraq, $17 billion, 5,000 American soldiers dead, and 800,000 soldiers have come back to this country amputees or with severe brain traumas. 800,000 Americans have you have to spread the word. You're all here. You obviously all love Barack Obama. We're all here for the same cause. We understand his goals. We know he's the right choice. So now we need to convince everybody else. Every generation has had their sort of moment. Well, maybe not every generation, but the lucky ones. They've had their Abraham Lincolns. They've had their Kennedys. They've had their Martin Luther Kings. Barack Obama is our moment. This is our moment. I saw, this man named Barack Obama on television, I don't know, 2 years ago, and I thought, they said, maybe this guy's going to run for president. I thought, well, that's interesting. Let me go buy his books and read about him. So I bought the 2 books, The Audacity of Hope and Dreams from My Father, and I was extremely moved. I don't know if you've read the books, but they're great, easy reads. They're fast, compelling, very moving stories, and I was hooked. And then I got an invitation to go to Oprah Winfrey's, I know. I was like, let me think about it for a second. Do I have time to go to Oprah's? And meet Barack. So I went, and I got a chance to speak with him and Michelle. And I have to say, there was about 100 people at there were a couple of different things going on at the event, but there was a smaller dinner after it was over, and there was about 100 people there. And Barack made time for every single person at that dinner. And I just was so touched by his thoughtfulness, and, he's an intellectual, but he doesn't think in a conventional way. And if you read the books, and obviously you've all heard him speak, he doesn't think in a conventional way, which is maybe why some people don't understand him or think, that, I don't know, that he's not one of us, because he doesn't think just black or white. There aren't he doesn't just put things in categories or in boxes, which is really what this country needs, because I think that Republicans have a tendency to just say, you know, we need to stay in this war, and we need to defend our country, and we need victory in Iraq. As if there are only two things: defeat or to lose. You know, a thing like war is so complicated. There's no such thing as victory in any war. Thousands of people have died. Hundreds of thousands, 800,000 vets have come home, amputees, or with traumatic brain injuries. They didn't win anything. There's no such thing as victory in a war. And Barack's answer to we have to retreat in a thoughtful way, which is how he does everything, thoughtfully. He doesn't just say, we have to do this or this. He thinks and is very pragmatic and has very practical answers to things, which may for some people sound kind of, they don't understand it. So I think if you have friends, you know, if everybody just takes 5 people, just 5 of your friends, if everybody here just, that are undecided, and you just try to sort of explain to them, or take the time to have a conversation about Barack, and about the way he thinks, about what a decent person he is. You know, maybe we can win some people over who aren't so likely to think outside the box. Anything great that's ever been done in this country, the abolition of slavery, women's right to vote, anything that's ever been done that has made this country the magnificent country that it is, has taken a lot of work. And we've had to win over some folks who weren't really, you know, down with the ideas at first. But that's why the United States is great. Because in times of crisis, we come together and we overcome obstacles, and I think we ultimately come to an understanding of the things that can make our country better. And this country is in a very bad place right now, and it takes a free thinker like Barack, who has a good heart and an outstanding character, but maybe has some new and fresh ideas. In the past 8 years, their ideas have not worked. I think we've all seen that. And, you know, it's incredible that George Bush got elected for a second term. And even though none of us voted for him, I know I certainly didn't, I think we still have to take responsibility for the mess that he made. Because we are the United States of America, and we all are responsible for one another. We are each other's keepers. And we have to get this country back on track. And the way to do that is to help each other, and to educate each other, and to work hard, and to help Barack. Because he will lead us, he can lead us, but he needs our help. And we have to be there for each other. And we have to hold hands and take this country back. And I really think that we can do that. Thank you.
We don't do it. You know, the worse things are, the harder we have to work. But we can do that.
And we love him. So.
Yes, and we love him.
And we love you.
Yes, thank you. I love you guys. North Carolina, we need a change. Tomorrow we're doing 100,000 knocks for Barack. We need to take the country in a different direction. We all need to take part in it. Barack Obama can lead us, but we have to be active. We have to get out and do our part. And this is our opportunity. This is our moment. And shame on you if you don't take a part in bringing this country closer to change.
If you can give us one more, just so we have another soundbite, you know, your general message. What is in your message for in your speech?
I'm not good at that sort of brevity.
In 10 seconds.
I think it's obvious that we need to take the country in a different direction. And McCain is more. The worse things are, the harder we have to work. But we can do that.
We love him.
Yes, and we love him.
And we love you.